Welcome back to One Girl Evolution. I hope that everyone is doing well. Sending you all love and light this new week. This week we're going to be talking about just random things, literally just things that came to my head this week. Pregnancy, don't know why. Your body warns you. I find that very interesting. I have a little PSA and, segments in between. If I add another topic in, you'll find out. But I hope you enjoy. So, pregnancy. I have this theory that women, we have obviously a personality. Everyone has a personality. But I have this theory. I don't know if I saw this online, so if I did, come and get your theory. But I believe this theory, that a piece or parts of our personality gets passed down into our children, and then it's not with us anymore. And so that's why parts of you, because that's why you change during pregnancy. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, ningun scientist, but I do find it very fascinating and interesting how much women do change due to pregnancy, not just physically, but mentally, whatever else. Cognitively, genuinely. I'm sure biologically too, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not gonna look into it. This is just a theory. This is for fun. But I do have this thought, belief that, yeah, I will see, certain aspects of myself and I'll be not even, I wonder if my mom had that, but I'm I know she did and it got passed down to me. Or, not even that. Maybe it gets passed down also from, our grandmas or something. I'm sorry that I'm not including any male parentage into this equation. I just didn't, since we are the ones carrying it, the baby, for 9 months, it's our pheromones, our whatever, going into it more. It's in me. I don't know. That's just my thought on it, and I find it so interesting. And then also, what was the other thing? Let me see. So yeah, I literally wrote working theory. Your personality changes after pregnancy because those parts of you goes to your kid. I don't know. Just a thought. I don't know. I just find that so interesting. This is literally the topic I had planned. But I had another thing of, pregnancy and women. But I just find it so fascinating, and I want more research done on women and how much we change due to pregnancy and all that jazz. Because literally, portions of your brain apparently go into the kid, and that's why they call it, pregnancy brain, but then also just, mom brain, that they forget things. That's so scary. What do you mean he took some of my cognitive abilities? They took some of my cognitive abilities. That's insane. We need to look into that. We need further research. I'm calling all the scientists. I don't know any, but if you know any, let them know that we should research this. These are just the silly topics I want to talk about. But yeah, I find that very interesting. Not how much women change, but the slight changes where it's what happened? Where did that part of you go? I don't know. I guess you also become just more but not even everyone, because not all moms get that. A lot of moms will get postpartum and will feel no connection to their kid, and that's how they'll change a bit. It's just so crazy, the chemicals and all of that goes into literally bringing someone into this world. The reason that I'm talking about this is because my birthday is next week, or is this week technically. And I always just think about my mom being pregnant with me. I actually did a past life regression on YouTube. I might have talked about this before, but we're going to talk about it again. On YouTube, by Brian Weiss. Brian Weiss? I don't know. I think it's like spelled like wise, or with an E after the I. So like Wiese, something like that. But literally look up on YouTube, past life regression, Brian Weiss, and it's like a 27 to 30 minute long video. Like it's pretty short, like, I don't know, I feel like if you got the time you can do it. And it's a guided meditation regression, and you see things. You see like a past life, you see yourself in the womb, you can see yourself like in the cosmos, and like how our souls are just like genuinely meant to be. I found that very interesting. I love that. That shaped a lot of my beliefs that I have today. I need to do it again and see, because our minds are so powerful that when you just rest it and you let someone like just guide you, you will see what you're meant to see. Because like I did this with a friend and she saw something completely different than I saw. Like it's not like they're guiding you to a specific event. Your brain will just take you to the past life that you need to see in that moment. And then also like when you were in utero, and like you can feel your mom's feelings. Like I genuinely could feel my mom's feelings and how I was feeling, and when I was going through, and like when I came out, like I knew what I was thinking. My thoughts were, Mom, I'm coming, like crazy. And like personal to us, like I know like her background with her pregnancy with me, and then the same thing with like my friend who I had done it with, her personal story like of her mom's pregnancy with her, and like how she felt in that pregnancy, like in utero. When we spoke about it after, it just coincided so much with real life and like what was going on in our respective mothers' lives at the time of their pregnancies with us. And like for some reason we could remember what our souls were thinking in that moment. Very interesting. Pregnancy genuinely fascinates me. It also scares the hell out of me. I don't know what that would mean, but I love to think about like my mom, and I ask her questions. I'm like, what was it like? She's like, I don't know, you were the third one. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I do find it very interesting, and so when there are women around me, I'll ask them random questions. I remembered what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh my god. Okay. If you know someone, a woman who is pregnant, or someone who is pregnant, check on her. Check on her. And at the hospital, when the baby is born, I'm so sorry. Everyone is going to be so obsessed with that baby. For the most part, she's going to be an afterthought. That's not okay with me. Check on her. Ask her how she is, how she's doing, if she's okay, like how she feels. Check on her, and then go and meet that new soul, 100%. Like, obviously don't disregard the baby, but I feel like it's so common to disregard the mom who just delivered them, the baby. I don't know. I feel like I see that a lot in life, or you hear about it a lot. Like, check on her. Like, that was always my priority whenever I knew, like, my cousins' wives, like, when they were pregnant, I'm like, how are you? Like, how are you doing? Like, obviously I'd ask about the baby, but I just also get, like, I always think about this. Like, when my sisters get pregnant and give birth, when my friends get pregnant and give birth, I'm gonna be like, listen, yes, I'm so happy for you, and I'm, like, that's amazing, a miracle, but, like, I don't know the kid. I don't know that new human that's about to come into the world. I don't know them. Yeah, I know you, of course, and I love you, and so I love them because I know you, but again, it's you are the common denominator. So you are who I'm going to worry about. And then I'll build a relationship with the kid, 100%. I'm sure I'm going to, like, that's not even a question. But I just want to make sure that you are okay and you are doing good, first and foremost, because you've been in my life 20 plus years. This guy just got here. Like, that's, I know, I'm an Aquarius, very detached way of thinking, but also not, because I love my friends. And I want to make sure they're good. I love my sister. I want to make sure that she's good. Like, you know, But of course I'm gonna love the kids. I love all the kids. Everyone says I should be a teacher. I'm like, I cannot be a teacher. I just got some patience for the ones that are cool. There's, like, if you saw Marcelo Hernandez's special, the comedy special, he talks about skinny kids. I was a skinny kid. We're crazy and I don't want to deal with it. Like, no. You know, that's him being silly. But I don't know. I love all the children. Do I want my own? I don't know. Do I want to deal with them on a daily basis? Definitely not. But I will love them in the increments that I see them, and I'll give them my all, but then I will be so at peace knowing that I get to go home to my baby that does not... I mean, he does cry and he does scream. But like, he's easier, I guess, to to console, in a sense. I don't know. I'm still only a little girl in my head. So baby's not on the plan for me. I love being the cool aunt. I want to be the cool aunt for as long as I possibly can. Possibly forever. Who knows? Let me do me, I'll let you do you. If you want to be the cool aunt, join the club. Like, who wouldn't want to be the cool aunt? Like, bringing all those cool presents, and they're like, where did you go this week, aunt? Like, what new city, what new country did you go to this week? That's what I want. That's always been my dream since I was a child. Like, yes, I did want kids of my own, but like, later on. My mom had me at an age that, especially at the time, people were like, oh. And look at me now. You can draw your own conclusions. But genuinely, like, you are seeing it even now. Like, women are having kids later on in life. So I find that so interesting and so beneficial for me. Because that sounds like a good plan, Stan. But yeah, found that interesting. Did your personality change? Yeah, did your personality change after pregnancy? Did anyone make sure that you were okay? How are you doing? And I hope you're well. And I hope you have a cool aunt that spoils your kids. Just saying. But, hope you're doing well. Aww. Alert! Alert! We have a new crush of the week. And his name, I'm sure you all know who he is Mark Ruffalo. He's a beautiful man. He replaced, I forget the other guy's name, but as the Hulk. So he plays the Hulk in like the Marvel universe. He's also in so many other movies. One of my favorites, 13 Going on 30. What else is he in? Couldn't tell you. Can't remember right now. Not important. But he is a phenomenal actor and person and advocate, and I love him and I love how he uses his platform, and so I just wanted to show him some love. So, you know, it's not always about their looks or what they do. I choose every week based on whatever I feel that week. This week it's Mark Ruffalo, and I just want to show the love for him and all the people who are using their platforms for the right way and saying what's going on in the world. Love him. My Hulk. Who is your crush of the week? Let me know! So I just want to take a minute to say this show, like, I have a lot of passionate feelings regarding what happens in the world and what is happening in the world, but I don't want to use this to like speak on it. But I do want to say one thing in this episode is that there are first-hand accounts of people living in Minneapolis and Minnesota, like Minneapolis, Minnesota, but you know what I mean. They are talking about what is happening there. They live there. I don't think they would lie about what is actually going on there that we are not seeing on the news. So I just urge everyone to take a minute, a few, and do your own research, find out what is actually happening there, and see it for yourself so we can all know what can happen in other states or just what is happening there. So we can all just see for ourselves. Okay? I just do want to take a minute out of this episode and say that. For everyone specifically to look there. And then maybe you'll want to do your own research on what's happening in other places and go forth. But this show is primarily for me to bring a safe space and have like a community for positivity and just hope and bringing love and light into the world with a lot of the chaos that's happening. That's my intention with this, that's my purpose for this, but I'm also not gonna turn my head because there are things obviously happening, but I also don't think I can articulate them well enough myself, so that's why I say go and look at first-hand accounts, look at what is happening, and they will tell you. So that's just my little PSA of the day. Also, I do just want to say that my hearts go out to anyone affected that is with what's happening and going on in Minnesota and Minneapolis right now. Everyone just be informed and see what's happening, please, and thank you, and let's be a community, a country, and actually support each other and not try and kick our neighbors out of their homes. Back to regular. You see how nervous I got? Back to regularly scheduled programming. And that does not lead me into the next topic, but it's something I did want to talk about. Your body will give you warnings when either something or someone is not meant for you. And this is a hill I'll die on. That your body knows better before you even do. So I'll give you a personal example. But I dated a guy in my senior year of high school, at the end of my senior year of high school. And I've always had dry skin. I've always had eczema or psoriasis. No dermatologist could ever tell me what it actually is, but whatever. I have dry patches. Growing up, I would get them in the back of my knees and on my inner elbows. And that's really, because that's where you normally get it, it's joints. I would get it there, but it was pretty controlled. I could deal with it. I had never had a flare-up as bad as I did when I was with this guy. I would get my eczema. It would start from my shoulder blades up until my scalp, till my roots of my hair, and all back here in my neck. So I would always be having to put cortisone cream back here. I would always get such dry skin, and I didn't understand why. Until a few years later, I heard about this thing about how your body will react before you know. So obviously at the time, I really liked this guy, thought he was nice to me, thought he was good for me. Turns out he was not the greatest and probably far from it. I don't know how, I'm not trying to talk shit about him, but we were young and my body knew he wasn't for me. And so I would wear his jacket, his little sports jacket, thinking, so cool, I'm wearing a sports jacket, and I would have the collar up, to keep me warm, and I'm convinced it was either his cologne, his DNA, I don't know, his pheromones, that would cause me to get such bad dry skin in the back of my neck. And obviously, I'm sure, there could be other external factors that played a part, but your body will tell you when things are not for you. I got out of that, or that ended with claw marks. And my psoriasis, my skin got so much better. Fast forward a few years later, going through another sort of thing in my personal life, a sort of breakup, if you will, and I kid you not, like, from my here to my head, like, was just horrible. I had already been dealing with it bad because I had, like, other anxieties going on in my life. But, like, I kid you not, like, my body, I feel like, was telling me, like, okay, we need to get out of this situation because now my skin is so much better. But then I had said this to my friend, and she said, dude, I don't remember exactly what it is, and I'm not gonna put her on blast either, so I'm just gonna make something up. But this genuinely happened where a portion of her body was acting up a certain way. Her and her relationship ended, and it's better. Like, whether it was her skin or her digestion or her hair, it was something. I'm not gonna put her on blast. It could be anything. But let's just say it was acne, right? Like, she would just get really bad, like, acne here, like, around her chest. I don't know, we're making this up. But the second that they ended, it was cleared. Not the second that they ended, but, like, into, like, her accepting it and, like, no contact, the problem resolved itself. I kid you not, like, your body in all sorts of ways. So look out for what might be different when someone new comes into town, you know? The same thing with, like, your pH levels and, like, UTIs. If you get UTIs, I don't know, everyone can do whatever they want. If you get UTIs after being with a guy, for whatever reason, that's your body. I'm convinced your body is telling you, stay away. Like, there's something in his biology that's not compatible with yours, and you're not supposed to be together. And in the long run, like, the person you're meant to be with is not going to make your body go crazy. It's going to make your body feel safe, and probably the best it's ever been. I'll let you know when that happens for me, but, like, I feel like, comment down below. We can find proof in the pudding. Your body will tell you when something is not meant for you in your life anymore. I stand by that. 100% agree. See, like, 100% agree. Okay? I'm not gonna finish my statement. But yeah, so if you've ever noticed, like, I don't know, maybe, like, you got really bad IBS or constipation or bad acne, or your hair started falling out, or your skin started getting really dry or really oily, or just anything, like, you know, like, you get UTIs, anything that, like, looks different, like, feels different, and you can kind of not pinpoint when it started, and if it started around the same time that someone new came into your life and you are intimate or just very close, look around and see if their presence in your life is truly beneficial for you, because it might be an indicator of your body telling you, like, you need to move on from this, or you need to let go of this because there's something here that's fishy. And your body, your spirit, your soul can, like, know that before your mind does. Okay, that's why you have to trust your intuition and trust what your gut be telling you. So just pay attention. Pay attention to your body. Know when things are acting up. Kind of, like, get those antennas up. Be like, why did that happen? Why do I feel like this? Why is my period worse? Like, you know, like, I'm sure you can figure it out. But let me know. Let me know if you've actually ever, like, found, like, proof or an example, like, oh, this happened because they were like, and I'm not saying it's them, like, it's just because there's not that compatibility. Like, it's what's meant. It's not what's meant to be. Like, what's meant to be is for you to separate, and that's okay. You'll move on. You'll find better. You'll do better. It'll be better. It's okay. Dude, don't worry. Everything that has left my life has claw marks on it. Taylor Swift, okay? I get it. Like, I love to hold on real tight, but you'll know when you're meant to let go and when it's best for you. Trust your gut. Trust her, because she'll guide you in the most fabulous direction that you cannot fathom in your brain by yourself. Okay, so let her do her thing. So, have you guys been on vacation lately? That was such a bad way to start this. But the movie, book club, TV show club that I'm talking about today is People You Meet on Vacation. Guys, I watched this last night and oh my god, I don't know. Damn it, I'm on my period. But I don't know if it was that and I'm just extra emotional. I cried from the beginning to the end. It was so beautiful and so, oh, I loved it. I loved him, the way he was with her. I loved her. So my mom and my aunt, they love to tell me I'm a very quirky, eccentric girl, and I have a show. Obviously I like to, you know, entertain kind of thing. But like that's just how I am. I'm very silly and I love to sing and dance randomly, like just, you know, very strange. Not strange, but you know what I mean. And they love to tell me, like, they watch Emily in Paris. They're like, oh, you're Emily in Paris. I'm like, guys, okay, you just love me and whatever. But last night watching this movie, so they had told me from before, you remind me so much of the girl. I'm like, oh my god, let me see. It was creepy. She would like say things like or even just like the candor, like the way she would say it, I was like, that's kind of creepy. I feel like that's how I would do things, like it was just like very strange, and I cried so much at the way he loves her and like obviously the way she loves him. Like they both had these great big declarations of love and it just felt so like right. Like it doesn't always have to be he's telling me how much he loves him. Like, I'm sure he wants to hear it too, how much I love him. But, like, for them both to have been friends and then get so vulnerable and, like, really say, like, their fears and their insecurities around, like, their relationship and how they both want it to be, like, I don't know, it was beautiful. My only drawback with it, which they did, like, kind of like not fix it or whatever, but like is that when she goes back home, but no, she has to because she doesn't want to go back home. Watch the movie, sorry, spoilers. But she, like, I was like, I don't know, just for him I wouldn't go back home. Like, that's not, like, I don't know. Also, I'm not in that position, so I don't know what I would do. But that was a little bit of my drawback, that I was like, she wants to be in New York, like she wants to be living this kind of like traveling, doing life. But then, you know, they explain like home, all that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Literally my drawback was so minuscule. But everyone go watch it. It's like 2 hours long, but it does not feel that way. Like, I already knew when it was ending. I was like, wait, that was so fast. But there's a lot of content in it, and it's very good. Definitely. I was gonna say definitely a difference from Heated Rivalry, but it's also it's just different. But like two love stories that I just love so much, and people being vulnerable, and their love is just so beautiful, the way that these two separate fictional couples love each other that I've gotten to see on screen the past few weeks. It's just really warmed my heart, and I hope to see it more in real life around me, for my friends, for my family, for me, for the people just living. We all deserve that kind of love. So go and watch it. Manifest it for yourself. Oh, it was so fun. So fun. Oh, let me know what your TV show or movie you want to talk about this week. Mwah. Hello, and welcome back to Tarot Corner Weekly. So today we will be pulling some cards, see what messages we need to hear for this week. The bottom is the star. How fun. I love the star card. Or if you hear some noises, we're doing some laundry. Maybe that's significant laundry. People, I love when they just say things and they're like, maybe that's significant, because randomly it always is. And I'll say something and I'm like, oh my god, I was just thinking about that, I was just doing that. So laundry may be significant. The washer, washing machine, dirty clothes. Let's see. I like to shuffle 3 times and ask, what do we, the collective, need to hear this week? I like to knock 3 times. What is it that we need to know? What messages are we in need of? Anything that has to do with... Oh. Okay. I got the 2 of Swords there. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. It wasn't that many, but it did scare me. And then I'm just going to shuffle 1 more time. Make sure that... Make sure that this is all we need for today, all the messages we need to hear. Is that all we need to know for the collective, what's going on with everyone's week? Okay. Okay, and at the bottom is the Page of Cups. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, let's see. So the first card out was the 2 of Swords. So, vamos a ver. So the 2 of Swords appears when there is a difficult decision to make and both outcomes are unfavorable. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. You might have some personal things that you need to decide and you don't like any of the options in front of you. So Judgment was the next card out. If I knew where Judgment was. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, here. So, the Judgment card appears when you are being called to listen to your inner calling. You may have previously ignored your spiritual path or higher purpose, but now it's time to step into this alignment and accept your soul's purpose. Okay, so you might have options in front of you that you're not finding favorable. You don't like either or any of them. But what Judgment is calling you to do is to look inward and go back to, like, listen to your inner calling. What have you always wanted to do, or what has always, like, piqued your interest, called out to you? Look inward and see what that is, that ignored path, your spiritual path, your higher purpose. See what calls to your name, because now it's the time to step into this alignment and accept your soul's purpose. And what's after that is the star! So if you just look inward, you are the star. I feel like when it was at the bottom of the deck when I opened my cards. It just popped out with the other 2 that I was like, oh my god, this is a lot going on. 1 second. But the star being right after the Judgment of listening to your higher purpose, like your highest calling, your spiritual path. Let's see this, and I'm opening up right to the star. Dude, crazy. So the star appears to remind you of the power that exists within you. In the past, you believed that in order to achieve your dreams, you had to become something different. This card reminds you that you already have the power within you right now, and you can obtain your desires. So this is calling to you to let you know that the strength is already within you. It's inside of you. And so whatever it is that you're called to do, you don't have to change yourself or be any different for that. Like, these options that are in front of you, they might be like, you know, like societal standards or like things that you think you have to do, but like you don't. Whether that be whatever it is, going back to school, a 9-to-5 job, I don't know, that's the things that I think of, because that's not, I don't like that reality. But like whatever it might be for you, what I'm getting from this is those options don't even matter, and you don't have to pay attention to them. Pay attention to the strength that's within you and what you are called to do, because that's why you're here. You're meant to be the star of that. So you have to go and do it. So then the King of Pentacles, let's see what's going on there. That was the next card. So the King of Pentacles is a vision of success, guys. The king is a vision of success. He has accomplished tremendous financial gain and shares his wealth with the ones that helped him accomplish this. Okay, so like once you go out and you do the thing that you're called to do, that like you know it's for your highest good, for your spiritual path, and you shine the way you are meant to, as you are, without changing yourself, because the who you are right now is who you are meant to be, or you know who you are supposed to be. You know, like you don't have to change yourself. Go back and be that like soul level version of you, and you will become the King of Pentacles, and you will have your success and your riches, and you are going to help the people who helped you get there, that community that loved you and saw you shine because you're the star. And then let's see, there's a Five of Cups, but it was upside down, and I don't like to take cards upside down, but something told me, no, keep them like that. So the Five of Cups represents loss and being unable to recognize the great, so it's upside down, sorry. The Five of Cups represents loss and being unable to recognize the greatest that you still hold despite it. So this, like, I feel like is just proof, or like further like example of it. This card is upside down, so it's not representing the loss and you being unable to recognize the greatness within you, because you know you have the greatness within you and you are going to succeed and be successful. This is just letting you know, like, this is what it could have been, I feel like, if you followed down those paths that you found unfavorable and like didn't call to you. But because you know that you have the strength and you are the star and you can do the things you set your mind to by being yourself and being authentically you 100%, this is upside down. So you know you have the strength. You recognize the greatness within you because you are the star. And then the Page of Cups was at the bottom of the deck when we finished. So the Page of Cups. This page urges you to let go of old beliefs and open your mind to new ideas. He's a very creative and empathetic person. Dude, let go of the old beliefs. Open your mind to the new ideas. He's a very creative and empathetic person. Guys, this is like for me, what I think it's like the overall energy of the reading. You are the page, you are also the star, and the King of Pentacles. You can be all three. It's just one who you choose to channel and like how far in your path you are, you know? If everything around you feels like no, look inward, know that you got it and that you have the answers and the strength to do what you want to do, and you will come out the other side successful and happy and rewarding the people who believed in you, and even just giving back to everyone and being a great person, because I know that you can be, and we are all a community and we can all help each other. And I'm so excited for your success. I know it's gonna come for you. Sending you all the love and light for this new week. I should have put this message towards whatever. It's okay. Life happens. That was so much fun though. Oh, we're still recording on here, aren't we?